Tubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan ra siya da ka Orange Nissan Lumso po near Fire Brigade Shillong. Ringkat bat ka net footage. Ordar mapi. Ninwan ra mangi hakerdob ying jongpi.
Unang yalam galiang persya Dr. Mukul Sangma ula kena. Baka sorkar MDA kala phel haka jingya kun persya yaka klam jing pang COVID-19. Bat kane kala penlong baka jela kan yatengko ting Ulo ong baka sorkar kam shimlala aban penbiang yaki kalikit nongpang ki babiang badai na kane kadaw ki bon bah ki nongpang COVID ki baklat no hasiteng lentiru.
Responding to this challenge of dealing with the pandemic. What has happened now? The virus has spread to the interiors, into the rural areas. There is complete abandonment of the protocol required to be followed by the government. The various measures which are required to be put in place by the government in the rural areas to contain the pandemic, to save lives, and to dislocate the chain of transmission, and to the extent possible to prevent the possibility of another new mutant emerging, new variant emerging. You cannot rule out emerging of new variant from any part of the country, any part of the world. But the way the lack of focus and lack of priority of this government has left the pandemic to shape its own way, or giving the virus a free right of way. Virus is going everywhere. They have given complete right of way to the virus. We don't know where the virus is now. Virus is striking at will. During the spread of the virus, when active cases are on, simultaneously also vaccination program is on. Now people are somehow having the whole vaccine resistance is developing. And I have tried to be analytical why there are this trend of vaccine resistance emerging from the different parts of the state. Now one thing is that, see, you look at scientifically. If a person is already in the active stage of a disease, do we vaccinate him? Do we vaccinate him? You ask the doctors. You ask other doctors, not Dr. Mukul, because Dr. Mukul is saying this. Because one lady rang me up, and I saw her phone in silent mode. Luckily, I could talk to her, and she goes, "Sir, I want to talk to you." I said, "What happened?" "No, this vaccination is going on in the village, and only 2 of us are left. Now we want to ask you whether we should take the vaccine or not." I said, "What? Take the vaccine." "No, sir, I'm having fever, but these people are forcing me to take vaccine." So, "Are you having fever?" "Yes, sir, 2 of us are having fever." So villagers, everybody, we have mobilized, we have assisted them. But 2 of us, since we are having fever, we don't want to take the vaccine. But they are asking us, pressurizing us to take vaccine. So we wanted to know from you, what do we do? So I told them, and tell the vaccinators also to come back after you have all recovered from fever. And ask them also for coming back to do the COVID test. This is the scene. That means proper hand holding has not been done to those teams who are going for vaccination. So there is a confusion. Then another guy rings me up saying that, "Sir, I don't want to take vaccine, but this vaccination is going on." I asked him, "Why you don't want to take vaccine?" "No, my neighbor has, after taking the vaccine, developed this complication." See, there is an advisory required to be given to everyone who is taking vaccine. The do's and don'ts after vaccination. It is not there. After vaccination, if the villagers go and then do strenuous physical activity because of hard work in the field, he will suddenly develop some complication. So these are a few things, and another thing is that if the vaccination is being given in a person who is already infected, the person will have problem. There will be exacerbation of symptoms. Then there will be misinterpretation that that complication is because of vaccine. But the fact is that the person must have been already in an active stage of the disease after having contracted the virus. Therefore, when vaccination is given without asking the patients, okay, do you have any sign, symptom of any disease, this and that, well, that is the usual expected life. No homework. No homework. That's why these unnecessary complications are coming up. And these complications are creating this narrative, negative narrative against vaccination, therefore the vaccine resistance. We have to undo it. It's the job of the government. Under their command, whatever authorities are there, they must utilize them to reach out to the people, tell the people, this is the likely scene. If anybody is having any fever or any reason to believe that he is having any disease, they should tell us and we should advise them accordingly. Have a medical checkup simultaneously. Now there is no more health checkup for the general patient, because I checked up, I visited some of the PHCs. One of the PHC, I saw the result of the test. The medical health workers have tested positive. Looked at the contact tracing. The next day, the contact tracing confines to only 10 people. Is it enough? So I tried to find out. Why only 10? Sir, limited manpower. The same lab technician who is responsible for testing other medical tests, investigations and all for general patient, the same person is being utilized. So no support given to the district authorities in respect of fund. No fund has been given, or rather placed with the concerned district authorities to engage extra manpower. When pandemic is today not showing sign of flattening, is it not necessary for the government to take cognizance of this problem? They have given up and left it to the people. It's completely unbecoming of a government when they have notified this COVID-19 pandemic as a national disaster. During the national disaster, they have that kind of attitude, chalta hai attitude. Giving up, leaving it up to the people. So this is completely, again, because of lack of sensitivity of this government and lack of commitment to resolve issues, to protect the interests of the people, to save lives, to minimize the sufferings of the people. In the meeting we talked about number of deaths which could have been brought down, because many of the patients actually died even before reaching hospital. We didn't have, except the ordinary ambulance. During this kind of pandemic, when patient has to be referred from one center to another, who is already in life support system, high flow oxygen, transferring the patient, referring the patient in ordinary ambulance, patient died. That means many precious lives which could have been saved have not been possible to be saved only because government has not bothered. Till now that ALS ambulance, which they promised on that day, on the meeting that was convened. Remember that platform created by the meeting convened by the Honorable Speaker. Didn't the Chief Minister talk about that ALS ambulance? Where is that ALS ambulance? They told us that maybe 2 weeks. Kahan hai? They lied to us. They lied to the people of the state. Talking to the press means, that means he is promising to the people of the state. This is the audacity of this government. So, less say the better. But I must ask the government to pull up its shocks, live up to their expected line of response to a given situation. and do justice to the chair that they are holding. Now, if the DMNHO cannot employ even one extra person to ensure that you have enough person as a DMNHO for contact tracing, then you can understand. Okay? There is no extra manpower required who are put in place. In the interstate boundary, you have such a porous interstate boundary. Deployment of police and other officers along the Assam-Meghalaya border to deal with regulating movement of the people. Those are important because you are talking about the enemy, unseen enemy. So nothing is in place. That means if they have money, if they are spending, they must have comprehensive exercise to see where the priority lies, where the deficiencies are. Course correction, whenever these issues are brought up. We have brought up this issue, but where is the course correction? Was there any improvement from that meeting now? The cases have not declined. I am telling you now that the official figure, what is available on a daily basis, it will be minimum, multiple by 5 times of that figure. Minimum. That means if they are showing 500 now, you multiply by 5, it will be 2,500. It's much, much more higher than the official figure. Because they are not following this contact tracing anymore. How are they going to find where the virus is hiding? So virus is striking back at will. And you continue to have this restriction, containment, restriction, containment. Uska baad mein wo kya kar raha hai? Any other thing? That's the easiest thing. Oh, virus aa gaya, lock him inside. Easiest thing. There are many other things that they have to do. Then in respect of other patients, general patients, people are not getting medical care. People are being denied of that medical care which is required to be given to them in the name of COVID. Because facilities are not created for all the respective medical institutions, for the respective 100-bedded hospitals, civil hospitals, how to aggregate the resources, how to aggregate the manpower, and how to redeploy this manpower. Nothing is done. There's a complete dislocation and lack of coordination at the government level. Many decisions are taken by Chief Minister. Many decisions are taken by other secretariat level. Different decisions are taken by the health department. This is what is happening. This is what is happening. So, ALS ambulance, who has put the order? You ask them whether health department or somebody else. You have to find out. So, government has to understand the magnitude of the responsibility in a pandemic. You are dealing with pandemic. If a patient who has already after treatment, who has tested positive and after treatment have tested negative, and after that, after almost more than a week of post-COVID treatment because of other complications, again test positive, then there are only two things which can be interpreted scientifically. One is either the earlier test was giving them a false negative result, okay, because the margin of error is always there. Another one is that the virus which has again infected him may be a different strain. You cannot rule out. Scientifically, we have to verify. So therefore, we will have to ensure that in such instant case, government has to be alerted, and then government has to give a direction. Go for the genome sequencing, find out if it is another new mutant, new variant. This is how we fight against this type of virus. Now, when I talk to doctors, yeah, he's tested positive. Government has to tell them. There's a scientific approach. The epidemiologists should know how to deal with this. That whole way forward to deal with this pandemic. So friends, tell you, situation is grim, and the government of the day must wake up from this deep slumber and sense of complacency and stop playing to the gallery. We have tried not to pull up the government as much as possible. But when the government seems to be in the mode of, withdrawal from the responsibility, then we have to wake them up. We have to point a finger at them. Look, you have a responsibility. Just don't sit on the chair without shouldering and fulfilling your responsibility.